I'm so happy you're here. Thanks so much for being
Thank you.
here.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good Friday to have you here. I hope everyone is having a good day. And you live in LA, but you're just visiting here in New York.
Yeah, I just came to visit.
We like that.
Came to visit you.
You're just here for the first 15 this time, because you got to go after that. But we'd love to have you back at some point for the whole show next time.
Sure, yeah, anytime.
All right, that sounds good. Last night was the premiere of the X Factor. Simon Cowell's big show with Britney Spears and everything. I'm happy to see the X Factor back on the air because I'm happy to see Britney Spears kind of coming back from all the issues that she had, and also Demi Lovato is on the show, who also I guess was in rehab and coming back. So I wish.
I know all about that.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be. I mean, I feel for to go through rehab. It's one thing to go through in the public eye.
Yeah.
Is a whole other layer to it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it does make it a little more difficult, strenuous, added stress. But you know, life's difficult in general. So everyone has their stuff they have to deal with, and sometimes you have to reevaluate your life and look at yourself sort of honestly and figure out what's going on. And
how long were you in rehab for?
I was in rehab for 30 days, but you know, I continued like outpatient stuff afterwards.
And it worked for you. It was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still sober, and I also.
That's right.
But for me, it's also a lot about therapy and. You know, it's not necessarily, it's like, why are you drinking? What do you where's your pain coming from? And what about your past you have to start looking at and understanding and coming to terms with and getting rid of that anger inside you and that pain, you know, that critical voice and sort of putting it in its place and moving on, and then being able to see the beauty in life and really sort of help others. That's part of the big key.
Well, I mean, again,
happiness in general.
And it's nice just to see people being able to bounce back and to see these two young women on the X Factor. I wish them success. And there was also this story out there that Simon Cowell had some sort of a breakdown, which he has now said is not the case. That he's under a lot of pressure. He turned off his phone for a while, but he didn't have. I like Simon Cowell a lot. I interviewed him for 60 Minutes, and I think he's very honest. Like, I find him refreshingly honest on that show.
Sometimes you got to turn the phone off for a little while. Oh, don't blame him.
That is certainly true. I went to see the other day Madonna in concert. And speaking of and I actually shot a little video from my seat. This is my seat. Yeah, my phone cam. Yeah. We're not playing the music because it's too expensive for us to actually pay to play the music. But she was so awesome. She played at Yankee Stadium. This is the second time I've seen her show, the MDNA tour, and I had the best time. And so she's just incredible. She puts on a show. She what? Yes, I was very shaky because, first of all, it was raining.
I was so excited!
I was very excited. I also didn't want to be seen to be videotaping. I thought it might be distracting for her.
I once got kicked out of a Prince concert for taking a picture.
Did you really? Yeah. Are you serious?
So, yeah, you got to watch out with those big time.
Well, Prince doesn't like to have people video. I went to a Prince concert once, and it was like a small concert, like 200 people, and they made an announcement like, no one's allowed to take any video or pictures.
Yeah, and then at some point in the concert, he's like, get your phones out. And he's like, wait, hold on, I'm getting mixed messages.
Well, and he also kept, when he was playing, when I saw him, he was like, I got too many hits. I mean, that doesn't really know what Prince sounds like. I don't know, that's more
I got too many hits.
Right, so he just kept saying that. I got too many hits. And he kept playing, and it got to be like 4 a.m. in the morning. And I was like, I got to go.
Yeah, Prince.
I got to go.
You really do have too many hits.
I know.
You have too many.
I was like, I am 45 years old. I cannot be up at 4 a.m. listening to Prince songs. There's only so many times I can hear Purple Rain, you know.
I know, that's why when I got kicked out, I was kind of like, it's all right. I got, a few of them.
There's a gentleman in our audience. So before the show starts, we have a lot of folks dancing in their audience and stuff. And I don't want to call him out or anything, but we got some video of this gentleman because he has a unique way of dancing. He does a particular body move that he just loves to rub his belly. And it reminded me a little bit of Honey Boo Boo Child, I must say. You know, because Honey Boo Boo Child does that belly thing. Do we have the video?
We're gonna have it. Give us a second. Stand by for 1 second. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So here, there's the move. There.
Oh yeah.
He's got. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. I love it.
Oh, that's like the happy Buddha.
It's like the happy
luck.
Buddha, right? Well, first he did the one-handed belly thing, and then he did the two-handed, and then he had a little tongue thing. But I just read recently that you got bar mitzvahed.
I did, yes. I got bar mitzvahed in Israel.
Right, because most people get bar mitzvahed at 13. Yeah. Right, but you
I
decided
waited
no.
to 40.
Yeah.
It
How
took
was
me a
that?
long time to grow up. It was really amazing. I went with a travel. I'm doing a show for the Travel Channel, and we were filming. We were going to film a 13-year-old kid's bar mitzvah, and they were like, you know, you can get bar mitzvahed yourself.
Right.
So I sort of took the fast track, and you know.
Because I really wanted, when I was in 8th grade, all my friends were having bar mitzvahs because I went to school that had a lot of Jewish kids, and I begged my mom for a bar mitzvah. And I know, I'm like the last person in the world who could be bar mitzvahed, but I begged her for bar mitzvah because it seemed like so much fun. You got all these gifts, and I was going to so many bar mitzvahs. By the end of 8th grade, I knew the entire Torah portion, which is Abrakat Toy Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. I could do the entire
You know it
thing.
better than me.
Yeah. And my mom was like, sweetie, you can't have a bar mitzvah because I'm not Jewish, nor is your father, nor was your father. So it was one of the great disappointments of my life that I never had been bar mitzvah.
Sorry to hear that.
So, but maybe
let's just throw a bar mitzvah party instead.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right. Yeah. Do you get a lot of gifts?
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't really do the whole party thing. I
well.
mean, we had a little. They put me up on the chair and I danced around and all that.
One of the things we're doing on the show every Friday, we have kind of Frugal Friday, and we're giving tips to people to kind of save money on ways to do that. And Natalie McNeil is the Frugalista. She's here in the audience. Natalie, how are you? So you've got a tip for us for this Friday because we've got Richard Gere, Susan Sarandon, the cast of this new movie, Arbitrage, which I saw and I really liked. They're going to be here. So for moviegoers, you got a tip for saving money. What is it?
Yes, I like to keep it frugal and fab. You need to go to your big box store locally, like BJ's. You can get movie tickets up to 40% off. So you could, I mean, here in New York, tickets are what, $14, you know, to go to the movies. You can get 2 tickets for like $7.50 each, so $15.
I didn't know you can get movie tickets at big stores. So like at Costco, they sell tickets?
Those places, BJ's, absolutely. Or you can go online and buy tickets in bulk. There's a website, bulktix.com, and you can buy to like 84 tickets at a time.
Did anybody know this, that you can buy movie tickets like Costco? I didn't know that either.
Exactly.
So you can get them half off.
Yeah, like 40% off.
Because the movies are ridiculously expensive. This is a pet peeve of mine. Movies are ridiculously expensive these days. The biggest ripoff for me is the popcorn and the chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know I shouldn't admit this, but I now I try not to eat the popcorn because it's got so much like oil and fat in it, but I buy like vaguely healthy chips and I put them in my jacket.
The smuggler.
And I sneak them into the theater, and I buy my goobers elsewhere, and I sneak them in the other pocket. And I'll buy like a small soda because I don't feel like I'm completely stealing from the theaters, but I don't know.
I love the greasy popcorn.
It's so bad for you.
I know it's so bad.
Yeah. They used to have air pop popcorn in the theaters.
Be a little bad.
I guess. But there's nothing better than a mouthful of popcorn and a mouthful of goobers. That's my thing.
On sale.
What?
On sale.
Well, but that's never on sale. Well, I guess you can get that in bulk too, and then sneak it in. Yeah. You would probably get busted though. With your luck, they would bust you. Anyway, if you got some frugal ideas, send us your ideas, or if you take us up on our advice of going to a box store or Costco or something for these half-price tickets, let us know online at AndersonCooper.com, and we'll have you on the show next Frugal Friday. We also earlier in the week we had a mystery guest stop by in our photo booth backstage. Venus Williams stopped by. I'm told we have another mystery guest there. Our photo booth, we have the greatest photo booth. It takes amazing pictures. That was Venus Williams. So we got another mystery guest. I don't know who it is. David, you don't know who it is, right?
No, I don't.
All right, so let's see who is the mystery guest in the photo booth today.
Hey, all right, it's me. It's me.
Hey!
Hello, David. Come and get Good to see you. Nice to see you. I'm good. Good to see you. You look great. Good to see you, pal.
Here? Yeah, have a seat, have a seat.
Thanks.
Wow, so nice to see you.
Hello, everybody. Hey,
How you doing?
I'm great. You know, I live in a neighborhood, so I
like
by.
that.
Somebody said take a picture, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5.
And you have I was just reading the paper. You got a new book out.
You know, 2 years ago, I taught high school in Philadelphia. I talked them into letting me do this, and I taught a 10th grade English class for a year. Ironic. But anyway, so I wrote a book. I wrote a book about my experience.
I'd like to apologize to every teacher I ever had.
Yes,
it's a good title. I like that.
Well, you spend a year in an inner city school in Philadelphia, 3,500 kids, Northeast High. Any Vikings in the house? 3,500 kids, 57 languages spoken in the school. I mean, it's a real snapshot of what's going on in American education.
Did it change the way you think about education? Look at teachers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You realize. Oh yeah. It's a very difficult job. I mean, you know. The emotional grind is unbelievable. The workload is unbelievable. I mean, it's just, you know, they say about teachers, they're proud, they're exhausted, they're overworked and overjoyed.
Right.
So it's that kind of thing.
And underpaid.
Well, and underpaid,
underpaid,
yes,
yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
Well, it's there's also that teacher strike. It was going on this week in Chicago.
It's still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's still going on.
hopefully that'll get resolved.
And think about this now. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I know, you know, unions and teachers, and they're the worst people in the world. But imagine that in this environment, that they were actually willing to suffer the public relations disaster that it was going to be, that they went on strike. Yeah. And I feel bad for the kids, don't get me wrong. I feel bad for the kids and the families that are disrupted. But it's a symptom of how bad the system is. You know, people make, you know, it's like everybody else in the country. We're a little bit afraid. So they're afraid of, it used to be a pretty secure job. It's no longer secure. Yeah. I think since 2009, 300,000 school employees.
Were you a good student when you were?
No, that's another reason why I wanted to apologize. That's why I wanted to go back, because I think, like a lot of people, you look back and say, why didn't I apply myself? What was I thinking? And that's what we have to do now, Anderson, is we have to convince the kids that it's up to them. We can't want it more for them than they want it for themselves. And it's sort of like we need a campaign in the culture that's sort of like we did with tobacco and with cigarettes and with drunk driving, where we change the attitude of the whole country. It's like we got to change the attitude of the kids.
Well, there needs to be a lot more focus
on
education, just about everywhere. I appreciate you stopping by.
No, it's my pleasure. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate that.
Hey,
I also want to.
I wrote a book.
I also.
So good to see you, David. You too. What?
Oh, and just so you know, everybody here is going to get a copy of Tony's book. Stay here before we get a break. David, I want to ask you, David, you've opened up a club, like a burlesque club, in L.A.
Yeah, I sure did.
And have you been there, Tony, yet?
No.
Yeah.
That's like, hence the double
what's
take.
the deal? What is it called? What is it?
It's called Bootsy Bellows. It's in Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard, and it's just this wild nightclub, crazy nightclub.
And there's a puppet here. There's like sort of burlesque and puppets?
Yeah. This is a little puppet I found on SD.com. It's an amazing website. So I brought it because it kind of has your coloring.
Yeah, I like that.
And like so our guys dance around, but he's got this really weird function where he can turn his head. Oh wait, watch. He goes like this.
I do that.
Boom. Dun dun.
Hey, you know, I want to open a club on the West Side. I want to do Elaine's on the West Side with a piano. You know, because now that Elaine's goes, we need a club on the West Side.
And you sing it.
Oh, yeah, oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So it's called...
Come to my club, Tony. You must sing. Sing for the people they like so much. Thank you so much.
So it's called Bootsy Bellows?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll check it out
Bootsy
next time
Bellows
in LA.
was my mother's burlesque dancing name, where she had a
Really?
Burlesque dance.
very brief. My mom was a stripper for a few days. Okay, so
David,
Exotic dancer.
exotic dancer, yeah.
Dave, we'd love to have you back for the full show next time.
Hey, thank
Thanks
you.
for
I
stopping
love
by.
it. It's good to see you.
Appreciate it, Tony.
We wanna
Thank
go-
you,
let's
Tony.
go- let's go have a
quick
drink.
break.
No,
The
I'm just
cast
gonna
of,
have a drink. Never mind.
Arbitrage is here. Richard Gere will be here just after this break.